This is the Doctor continuing Terraformers. In the last episode, our leader Thomas Foster helped us explore a good chunk of Mars, but we're only getting started. He is retiring this year, and we have 2 new leaders to choose from, and you might notice instead of a bronze outline around their skills, they have silver outlines because these are mid-game heroes, or leaders rather, and they tend to have more powerful effects. But just because a leader is retiring doesn't mean you have to pick a new leader, or rather, you always have to pick a new leader. You have no option. But you could use the current leader's power. It means you can't use a new leader's power this turn, but sometimes that is actually optimal. For example, Thomas Foster can put down his free supply station right here on this aquifer, so it can help the next leader explore all these areas adjacent for a much cheaper energy cost. I think that is a great choice to do that, because I want to probably consider building our next city in Elysium. Gotta explore this region pretty thoroughly. I also want to just take a peek in Arcadia here with a satellite, see what this exploration milestone is. Okay, it's a flat plains. This is a site for another city. Ooh, 10 food as well. And it's connected to 3 adjacent sites, but none of these look like they would necessarily have a resource, like a mine or anything. So this may not be the best location. This place will also likely flood, but it does have pretty good levels of oxygen. Pretty good temperature, relatively speaking. Elysium is the best though. All the climate here is amazing. So definitely want to consider setting on planet, building a city here, which we should be able to do soon. Speaking of cities and leaders, now that we've used his ability, Thomas Foster, there's no reason not to pick our next leader. So our options are Svetlana Rossi, whose expertise is urban planning. She gets some bonuses to collecting resources when she explores. She can make a city produce resources a second time. It makes the city a little unhappy, but that could be okay. And she can get 2 habitation modules and 1 skyscraper project. That's nice. That's like ability to generate 3 cars in hand, and I can just not pick the cars that give you population. So that's pretty good. Her ability is also decent. Gain +1 support per turn for every 12, 13, 14, and 15 new building and constructing each city. I don't think it's retroactive, but we're probably going to build another building at some point in our first city, and our second city is at 9 out of 12, but cities can expand real quick. The current state of our economy is excellent. We're generating tons of science and power. We're about to generate a lot more food. We're generating a good amount of titanium and tritium. And water is a little low, silicate's a little low, but that's okay. We can deal with that. We also have 2 standard trade routes and 2 bonus trade routes that can only export titanium and tritium. But that's also nice. We have a colony on Mercury, giving us 1 tritium a turn. And we've explored Io, so if we can settle a colony there, we can get some silicates. Or we can keep expanding Mercury. The tier 2 on Mercury is amazing. The Mercury solar panels, 30 silicates for 4 power, is a really good ratio. Alright, with all that being said, it's time to execute the next moves. I am a little concerned about our happiness problems. Right now we are at 232, but minus 26 per turn. That's pretty serious. A pretty serious problem. But we are terraforming the planet, and when these parameters go up, happiness will go up quite a bit. I am most concerned about the people becoming like the next tier of rising expectation. So every periodically in the game, you will get a chance to have the expectations rise, and then you lose even more support every turn. Right now, minus 26 is manageable, but stack that on top of minus 42 at the next tier, bad things will happen very quickly. So we do need to turn the unhappiness around pretty aggressively at this stage. So right now there's no chance that expectations rising the next turn, but every turn that goes on, and especially if you get good luck, like finding the lost supply crates, it will increase the chance that expectations will rise. So we're gonna monitor that bar now. So how do you make people happy? Well, buildings, but the life form spreaders can help. So I will put down a bacteria spreader. Before I do that, we might as well pick our leaders, right? I was talking about the leaders, and then that led me to the happiness. So the rising expectations thing. So we have Svetlana. We talked about her. She seems decent. And then Jan van Dijk, who is from the Netherlands and all about building dikes to... if we raise the ocean level on Mars, certain places can get flooded. For example, this mine attached to Icarus Overlook has a three water bars next to it. So if the ocean rises level 3, this place will be submerged unless we build a tier 3 dike. And to do that, we would actually have to build the dike 3 times. So that's 9 titanium. Pretty expensive. But the other leader, Jan, this is a permanent effect for the rest of the game. So constructing dikes will be super cheap, and we can just build dikes everywhere for practically no cost. However, if we look over our colony, we can even use the overview to look at the climate zones and all our explored tiles and occupied, not explored tiles, just occupied tiles, I think, and the tiles next to our cities. We can see there's very little flooding worries right now, and Elysium should be okay. Lots of level 3 flooding, so we shouldn't have to worry about flooding at all. Whereas Svetlana could, I mean, she might cause more unhappiness problems, but the right resource on the right turn could fix a lot of our problems. I'm gonna pick Svetlana here. Who was born on Mars and grew up in the tight habitation modules erected by the first colonists. While they were reasonably comfortable, she found them lacking in efficiency. Too long were the distances between housing, work, and entertainment modules. Too many narrow corridors caused congestion in high-traffic areas. With a mind for practicality and the big picture, she aims to redesign the structure of Martian settlements according to the principles of efficient urban planning. But her focus on functionality comes with a detriment to appearance. So she's all about building and construction, and that fits our theme, building the monuments. Right now we're 1 out of 26 of the megastructures, but the megastructure stuff, like, once you get rolling with resources, it goes quick. Alright, so we have our new leader, but as you can see, we cannot actually use her skills because I used Thomas Foster's skill. That's okay, I'm going to use her exploration skills pretty aggressively. Soon enough. Now I will put down a bacteria spreader. And we only have one bacteria, the Methanogenium. You can see that right now we can only spread to 3 possible locations because you need at least -1 temperature. And you'll also notice that if we do it on our base area, Serenium, the recharge duration is 13 turns. But if I do an adjacent area, because it's further away, the recharge duration is longer, 16 turns. So we might as well start with our current area, Serenium. And we got 20 support immediately and +2 per turn from our bacteria. If you hover over the support, the tooltip explains how it works, and it says its prestige is +2. So if you hover over the bacteria, it explains that 2 prestige. And this part is always a little confusing. The way it works is if you spread life form, the first zone you spread it to, you get the support from that prestige multiplied by 10. So 20 prestige, and then 2 per turn per prestige. So 2 per turn. Easy enough. But if I were to spread it one more time, I actually wouldn't get anything out of it. It would be the 3rd time I spread it that I would get the bonuses again. And the tooltip does explain that. So when it's in 3 climate zones, and then it's at 6, and then it's at 10. So it goes like 1, 3, 6, 10. So if you want more prestige from the slain life form, you gotta keep spreading it very aggressively, or you can import new life forms and spread that and just get the initial prestige. I have an interesting mechanic there. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to put down this insect farm despite the fact that it costs a lot of support per turn, but it is a very efficient way of producing food. So we're actually more unhappy now, but we're getting +6 food per turn, which will make it much easier to settle another city, which will boost happiness when you settle cities. So that is my plan. Gonna do a robot hub to think about expanding some more. And then we're gonna export, I think all tritium at this point. And import just more titanium to think about building more mines and so forth. I think that's the turn. Can't do anything with Svetlana yet, but we're gonna go to the next turn. Okay, Phobos Moon City. Our explorers, scientists, and engineers have come to the conclusion that we could build a city on the Martian moon Phobos. It'd be a great destination for interplanetary tourism. How interesting. Water deposits. It's a bit of a smaller site, it seems. There aren't 15 slots. When you subtract out this natural site, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 slots, so it's smaller. If I click Start Founding, we would get another space project. It would cost 25 food and 10 water to build a city. But we would get +2 support per turn, and trade routes provide +1 support per turn. That's pretty good. Very interesting. Ooh, okay, research center. This was the card I was looking for. 2 extra projects we propose every turn. We need to seed like more projects. I have to pick that. And then let's go to our planet. Okay, there's a small chance people's expectations will rise in the next turn. That would be very bad. Let's pray that doesn't happen. We just need to survive until we get the terraforming up. Let's use the rover to explore maybe this adjacent science site. Flat plains, +25 support, +2 city. Potentially build a... or +2 science is what I meant. I could potentially build a city here. I'm not convinced that's such a good idea. The city, I think this site with the scientific interests could be good, but otherwise the city's potential is somewhat limited. Well, maybe. We'll see. Definitely not building a city here. It's like all blocked off. Now, cities can take tiles from one another using... so like if I'm just going to demonstrate. If I were to put down a robot hub here, I could disconnect the distribution center here and then reconnect the Declaratus, freeing up expansion slot for Icarus Overlook. So there are things you could do like that to manipulate the terrain, but it's it does take the location offline for 1 turn. It'll take so something to consider, but it would solve a little bit of our happiness problem. However, I don't know that's where I want to put down the robot hub just yet. What I want to do is explore and try to found a city in Elysium. Alright, we have the flat plains here. Ooh, this I think will be a fantastic site for a city because it's going to be next to 3 resources, and I can build my space elevator here. I think that'd be pretty powerful. And then I would need a robot hub to expand that site right away. Very intriguing. So we should save our resources for a critical turn. I'm gonna just keep importing titanium because we're gonna need so much of it. Okay. There's a small chance expectations will rise. As long as they don't rise, we are all fine. Do I destroy this supply station? Because it's saving us a little power, but we're not even exploring here. We're probably going to explore Elysium. And the little power saving isn't worth it. We have such unhappiness problems. I'll destroy it and put down the guided tours to like at least compensate a little bit for the unhappiness that we're experiencing. Okay. Bioengineering progress. Scientists are making progress on adapting life to Martian conditions through bioengineering. You get 2 other choices. We can have a Radiodurans bacteria, requires at least 1 rainfall, 2 prestige, and you give 2 tritium per turn if climate zone has a city, but you do have a -1 comfort of living. Recharge duration 9 is great. Or Dinococcus, this requires 0 temperature, but it provides 2 atmosphere per turn and recharges much quicker, 8 turns. I'll decide that in a moment. Have more research projects. Ooh, the resonance station. Import tritium from Mercury. We're actually pretty good on the tritium front. Okay, let's see. The expectation did not rise, which is good. I really want to build a city here soon. So we should do a prospecting tour. And let's explore the aquifer. Okay. Then I can put down my research center to start getting extra project proposals every turn after this. I don't think you get it this turn. We're about to get plenty of silicates. The resonance station is a tremendous amount of power. It's +3 power. I think I'm gonna pick that over the greenhouse farm. So what I'm gonna do is cause more unhappiness problems. I'm gonna relocate my buildings temporarily. Hold on. Undo. I want to put the resonance station here. And the only way to do that... I don't know it's worth it. Because I would have to... Only I had 1 more slot free on this planet. On this zone. I could delete the lab, but that's a bad idea. I could delete to perform, bad idea. So you could relocate a building and it doesn't produce anything for 2 turns. If you relocate like a bus station, it causes us quite a bit of unhappiness for 2 turns. I don't know if this is actually worth it right now. I could just put the resonance station here to get +2 power. But then that's not very strong. It's like kind of a weak resonance station. But I don't know I can like survive the unhappiness. I'm gonna get the Dinococcus because I don't think I have any place close to 1 rainfall, but I do have some places close to 0 temperature. Elysium could even do it. And getting the atmosphere would be nice. So yeah, we're gonna build a city here, immediately build the robot, and then build a space elevator. Do stuff here right away. The main question is just... I think there was an aquifer on there. The main question in my mind is, do I move these buildings around just to try to eke out 1 more power in the long run? I would actually be sacrificing 2 power for 4 turns and 8 power. And the unhappiness is, it's temporary. But it's still 18 happiness. I kind of want to do it just to demonstrate. Just to demonstrate. I doubt I will lose because of this, but we'll find out. Okay. Done everything. Huge asteroid. We can mine the huge asteroid for 40 water. Not worth it. Or let it pass for +5 support. I will let it pass for +5 support. Interesting stuff. We got another research center. I might actually pick that. Okay. Can't relocate this just yet. But we have our rover back. I could explore this with the rover. That seems pretty good. So we can use our leader to explore something else. Our leader could explore the silicates up here. But let's build our city first. Rossi output. You know what? Outpost, rather. Yeah, we should name the city after her. Put our headquarters down here. Get our free expansion. Let's get the tritium deposit. Then we're going to put down a robot hub maybe over here. Get the water. I might just put down the landing pad, honestly. Because I know there's a mine here, but I'm still using it to explore. Where can I go with the satellite? I want to go somewhere far away so we use our energy very efficiently. I mean, it's not impossible that we build a city here in Arcadia. Plus 2 silicates, plus 2 tritium. Oh, they connect. Okay, good to know. We're going to explore this source of silicates right here. 5 silicates, 4 water, 3 tritium, and it's a mine. Don't forget, if we build 3 silicate mines, we can get +1 output. Making me want to do that. And then we can think about expanding there. In terms of buildings, maybe an entertainment center. Put it down right there. Like, counteract the unhappiness as much as possible. Buy time for our terraforming projects to pay off. Or another robot hub to really expand aggressively. I feel like there are better entertainment buildings. I'll take another robot hub. And then instead of a launch pad, I'm going to start my space elevator here. It should provide a little happiness in the city. We can now export even more tritium, 6 tritium, and import all the things I want. Which I think is going to be, we're going to split the difference between power and titanium. Could also import oceans. We might have to do that to oh, I can export water too. Excellent. Yeah, we might have to do that just to not lose, because I can extract the aquifers. And if the expectations rise, I would have to do that. We're not at the point where we have to do that yet, though. So let's we'll export some water. Maybe import the silicates for that residence station. Probably gonna explore like that next. Some good target candidates for exploration. So 7 silicates should be enough, just enough to build a residence station. Okay. So let's go to the next turn. Architectural innovation. Excellent, excellent. We got another mega structure. Let me think about this one. I'll minimize it. Technological advancement. Okay, applied research. Gain 5 support per turn for every new technology you research. That could be decent. Smart electrical grid. Constructing a regional building costs 20% less resource. That's actually amazing. And large-scale resource conservation. When constructing a city building, regional building, or mega structure that costs at least 40 resource, gain 10 random resource back. That's very niche. That's like super late game. Mars quake. A sudden release of subterranean energy caused the ground to shake near Cimmeria. It damaged the structural integrity of the school and the headquarters. Okay. Ooh. And we have some more interesting projects. So, when something like that happens and it damages your headquarters or buildings, it causes unhappiness, as you can see. And with how bad our unhappiness is, I feel like I have to spend the resource, at the very least, to fix up the headquarters. And I can get enough silicates this turn. I might not need to explore a different site. So let's try exploring here with Rossi. 3 silicates. Oh, there's a large one over there. Canyon view could be nice. Makes the people happy. The unhappiness is so bad, I gotta fix up this school. So we're not gonna be able to build our residence station just yet. That's okay though, that's okay. Well, the megastructure. Arcology is interesting. Universal Factory is also pretty interesting. It's really cheap. And it terraforms the planet. But the big thing in my mind is this is really, really cheap. We could put it down here at Claritas Junction and just use robots here. I think that was always my plan with the city, right? Because it's got the magnetic fusion plant or whatever. Yeah, that's causing some unhappiness. Arcology, we don't have the food deep core drill facility. All mines owned by the city mine +1 resource per turn, but also generate -2 support per turn. That's actually pretty sick to put on like Claritas Junction. You can get so many resources, but our problem now is not resources. It's unhappiness. So I'll get the... Plus you also have to upgrade to level 2 for it to do anything. That's very expensive. Universal Factory though does something right away. Let me import 1 silicate. Oh, and we have to pick our other stuff. Alright, technological advancement. This is actually kind of hard. Smart electrical grid. The regional buildings cost 20% less is really powerful. But applied research, 5 support per turn for technologies. I just don't know that's real worth it. Regional buildings like landing pads, all the good stuff later on, like the bacteria spreader, are regional buildings. Whereas I spend 20 science to get 5 support turn. That's decent. And if I can upgrade the AI center, I'll get more technologies, which will help. But I just need a plan to be terraformed. That'll fix so many of my unhappiness problems. I think I'll get the smart electrical grid. Make things cheaper. And then I'm going to pick the habitat with heating. Increases development level of a celestial body by 1 extra if the celestial body is further away from the sun than Mars. That is one of the best space projects. Like I could upgrade EO ×2 or upgrade our next planet as long as it's further away from Mars. Very, very good choice, I think. So we have science. We can further upgrade the space elevator. Okay, well. The unhappiness has not crippled us yet. EO, if we do that, we could get lots of silicates per turn. Let's import 1. Then let's export all the tritium. Oh, the only problem is this project costs power and silicates that I can't actually spare right now. I'm actually gonna do the import ocean from Enceladus. There's a mine of some sort here, but can hold off on that. I'll get this silicate mine, I'm thinking. Oh, that means I don't have to import that. So I can import maybe titanium. Just need titanium for everything in this game. Okay, let's go on to our next turn. Space hotels could be the way to go. It's pretty cheap. And we can build it really quick. 10 happiness for relatively minor effort. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna play the smart electrical grid. That should decrease some costs. Oh, let's move the low balancing station and put down the resonance station there. Get myself some extra power. Maybe I put down the robot. Well, the universal factory would be better. We can export this aquifer to raise the conditions on the planet. And I can put down a silicate mine. Seems pretty smart. So let's import oceans. We're gonna keep exporting all the tritium and I'm gonna import a lot of titanium. I'm gonna pick my space hotels. I'm actually gonna extract the water here. And then I'm gonna put down a landing pad. This city doesn't have anything that combos with mines, I don't believe. I was thinking about it, but I don't think I have anything that combos with mines anymore. I'll export that, import more titanium. Okay. And then we have a prospecting tour. Gonna do a very close one, a lava tube. Probably not the best site for another city. Ugh. It's gonna be so expensive in terms of power to be able to do anything here. So, city here again could be decent, or maybe we should explore Tharsis. See what the conditions are like in Tharsis. Noctis Major is not good. Irenia could be decent. Okay. I did everything I can this turn. Wow. I would like the space hotel up as quick as possible. Okay. And we can import some extra titanium. Ooh, Martian Mafia. Crime rate across Mars have increased dramatically and people feel unsafe. The majority of illegal activities are committed by criminal organizations with considerable power. They are willing to negotiate with the government, but accepting their envoy will lend them an air of legitimacy and strengthen their grip on society. Hmm. We can either deal with the criminals. We have power and silicates, or we can accept a massive bribe. But the -2 global comfort of living, I might not survive that in terms of unhappiness. Let me think about that. What other projects do we have? We have a soil factory. Marcia, not real worth when the leader has ability to generate cards. Dew collector, +1 water per turn per level, rain above 0. Elysium's about to get some rain. But 17 science for 1 water doesn't seem real worth. Magnetic fusion plant, always pretty good. Only -1 unhappiness, and we have so much tritium. Do that. Right. I don't think I want to deal with the Martian Mafia. I've accepted the bribe before in other games. I think it's actually very, very powerful, and it's actually kind of hard to pass up in many cases. So, you know what? I'm going to try to deal with the criminals. 8 power, 8 silicates. I have to do it in 8 turns. But there's a reminder of it. Yep. Can't have them steal our tritium and silicates. How do I build the... oh, right there. Okay, not enough resources for the Secret Service office. Maybe played once per city. So I'll need more cities, is what the game is saying. Okay, well, let's increase our ocean level. Your terraforming efforts are paying off, and the latest scientific analysis shows ocean level has reached a new stage. Mars' environment is becoming ever more comfortable to living, and your people are enthralled. Some life forms might now be supported. You get a flat +100 support, +1 rain in all climate zones, and all locations and elevation with 1 level have been flooded, but we don't have any of those. And Mars itself has changed. We can even see where the oceans are. They, as you would expect, they're near the poles, down there, and up there. So, okay. That happiness was much needed. We need silicates. Okay, so that silicate mine should do work. We can put down another landing pad. Export more water, import more titanium. Magnetic fusion plant's the only thing I can even play. I'm gonna put it back in Claritas Junction. More power. Power is always valuable. Okay, I was thinking we need to find another site for a city. Good site. Arcadia is not terrible. The city would have some pretty decent adjacent expansion potential. Not for mines, but for other types of buildings. Source of titanium down there. I think I want the silicates. We might as well put down the Secret Service as quick as possible. What's the furthest location away that I can use the satellite on and feel pretty good about doing it? Maybe over here somewhere. Let's look at the water and the silicates. Interesting. Go to the Crystal Cave. Ooh, a beautiful Crystal Cave. It would be a prime location for silicate mining, but also make for a nice place to visit if we preserve its natural beauty. Resource prospection of the location has revealed a deposit of silicates as well as small hints of titanium. Utopia. Also got pretty decent oxygen levels. This could be a decent, like this location with the is almost certainly a city. It could be a decent location for a city. We'll see. We'll see. I might overwork a city next turn. So let's end the turn. More research projects. I'm not sure about these choices yet. I am starting to want to keep like 2 projects in hand. So a development center would be very nice. Okay, the rover, let's explore the nitrates. Ooh, rich soil. +6 nitrates, +3 science. I could build an agricultural complex here to get +3 food a turn. This could be a nice, like, tiny little city. Ooh, and the city is pretty clear. It's got tritium mine, allow me to do science. Jason Rock. This, I actually think this city right here, this in Ionia, could be a really, really good city site. We'll let the rover explore it. And then we should consider building a city there. We have the water, critically, to put down the mine. New technology suggested faster. I don't know I care about that. Maybe I do a... Like, there's just so much to expand to, you know. Gas factory. Landing pad is always good. I have a robot hub. Ooh, this city, I think it might be adjacent to an ocean. Interesting. This location, rather, but... No reason to overwork a city right now. It's not gonna do much. Should export to 5 to get the space hotel going. Narita's Junction right now has 1 person and 4 robots. You need 6 population to fully upgrade it, so we gotta put down anything like the robot hub or even another building here with people is not the worst. Except people hate living here, so I don't blame them. This place, though, Rossi Outpost could use a lot of expansion slots. So the Android hub is kind of tempting, but landing pad just like does something, you know. And Rossi Output, I really want to put down like people as much as possible and not robots. Landing pads are always nice. I don't know I like the other options here. Okay, well. Let's put down our secret server. No, not yet. Let's upgrade our AI center so that our technologies are suggested 4 times as fast. We are producing a lot of science. The way you can see your technology is if you click on the overview, in 6 turns I'll get another technology. Given our science output, I think that makes sense. We're producing 13 power? How? Icarus is producing 7, and Claritas is producing 6 because of the thermal power plant and the 2 magnetic fusion plants. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, this is not the turn to overwork. I'm gonna pick the landing pad for future use. Can't actually play it this turn, but those are pretty much always useful. Or, but I wouldn't play it for a little while. The gas factory, I can play in Rossi Outposts. Or, I mean, I am producing a lot of power. And it's a happiness, like, the atmosphere improvements, pretty good. Okay, let's explore this large titanium deposit, or regular titanium deposit. Could consider building a mine here at some point. Okay, next turn. Another bioengineering. Alright, I'll look at these 2 options in a little bit. Engineering school. Ooh, I mean, I kind of have to pick that. But before we do that, let's enable our space hotels. Get a little more happiness. Staving off that loss condition. I do want the development center. I think I'll put in Rossi Outpost. Ooh, but I have to clear 2. No, maybe I'll put that down in Claritas Junction. Yes. Because it also makes the city happier due to the special ability of Svetlana here. Now I can pick 2 cards. I do like the Space Colony Habitat modules. Increase development celestial body by 1. I have to pick the engineering school to be able to do more megastructures. Let's get that Space Colony going. If I do it on Mercury, I can get that solar panel. It is like one of the best buildings in the game. Import a... We're gonna need a lot of silicates. Then I want to make a city overproduce so I can build an engineering school this turn. What city produces the most science? Capital. Produces like a truly ridiculous amount of resources. We'll increase unhappiness a bit, but it's fine. Look at all these bonus resources. I can now put down my engineering school right here in our Rossi Outpost, new city. Buffs the happiness a little bit. And also put down our gas factory. I'm saving this location to potentially put a building that buffs food production. And this for potentially a person, but I don't know that's realistic. Ooh, the upgrade though, giving us some terraforming is very tempting. I think I'm gonna upgrade our universal factory. Terraforming will keep people happy, and our resource production is good enough for now. Actually, don't think I'm gonna put down the gas factory just this turn just yet. Okay, events. We could get a tundra forest. or a octet hare, animals, or a forest. The forest requires nitrates, but should be able to get nitrates. The Arctic hares require water. Require either 1 rainfall or 1 oxygen and 0 temperature. Well, let's look at our options here. Elysium can do the tundra forest right away, but no other place on Mars can do it. 1 temperature and 0 oxygen is Elysium. That's pretty much it right now. Or no, it was 0 temperature. The Arctic hares are 0 temperature and 1 oxygen. 0 temperature, 1 oxygen. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this again. 0 temperature, Elysium is 0. Utopia and Arcadia are both going to expand. So these two will get to the point where they can support the Arctic hares. Where are these regions anyway? Here's Elysium. Here's Utopia right next door. That is quite intriguing. Here's Arcadia. Yeah, we should expand in this direction. I think the Arctic hares are the way to go because we have quite a few zones that can support it. In fact, once we increase the oxygen by 1, I can start spreading Arctic hares and solving our unhappiness problems. Let's just export the debris there. What else should I export? I want to put down titanium. We can export tritium. Oh, we might as well use our trade routes fully. Okay. Let's go to the next turn. I don't know I like any of these projects right now. Svetlana could explore or do the overproduction again. I might have to do the overproduction. Or I could use her special ability. I do like the idea of filling this, our Rossi outpost, with humans instead of just robots. Five turns. 5 turns, and then we have to put down this Secret Service office. Let's use our other ability, the urban planning. We get 2 habitation modules and 1 skyscraper. Again, free cards, always good. Put down a habitation module there. We'll put down our animal spreader. Spread. Oh, right. Okay, hold on. We can do it next turn. I'll put down the habitation module this turn since it provides a good amount of happiness. But I will spread the Arctic hares. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. Might as well. Next turn, the oxygen will go up. And we will have counteracted most of the negative effects. Okay. Satellite. I was thinking of building a city here in Arcadia. Flat plains are not bad. Not bad. Got a canyon view as well. Keep the people happy here. I'll have to build dikes, but it's okay. Okay. This is looking very promising. Gotta redo the trade routes. Let's do the space colony module. Then I'm gonna start working on the habitat with heating unit. we'll export our tritium and water to import more. What do I want? Upgrading the space elevator again is quite interesting. Requires a lot of science. Upgrading the AI center is also extremely interesting because you can get 4 extra projects a turn. Oh, but this city is maxed out. I would have to like delay a tuber farm or a lab or something. It's fine, like not a big deal. Although with the way it's set up, I have 5 people. I think the ideal thing would be to put down a Dree robot, so an android hub. So I guess I'm gonna pick that. Laboratory maybe, because I have the resources for it. A little more science doesn't hurt. And we can put it down in Rossi Outpost. Right. Can't actually spread the animals just yet. Gas factory. I think I'm saving 2 slots in Corita's Junction, so... Again, Rossi Outposts, man, we're expanding. Thinking, ooh, there's an anomaly here. But we're not close to expanding there just yet. But we'll save up our food to do that. Okay, so we're gonna get habitat, and then we're gonna do the habitat with heating. Excellent. And import 3 new resources. Maybe just more titanium. It's pretty much always useful. Okay, go on to the next turn. Election year with 2 more leaders, but we will deal with that in a moment. Oxygen level increased. Your terraforming efforts are paying off, and the latest scientific analysis shows the oxygen level has reached a new stage. Fantastic. Orbital farming. Ooh, +2 food for pretty cheap costs. Photovoltaic field. We are actually good on the power generation. Don't need farms. So like by process of elimination, orbital farming and dome park, because I don't need the other stuff. But I will deal with all of this in the next episode. Thank you for watching.